Welcome everyone to another edition of the Independent Patriot. My name is Stephen Grant. I am here to bring you a verse from the Bible today. It's from Hebrews. It's the race of faith. And it goes like this. In the Bible you'll find an interesting quote from Hebrews. It goes like this. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up, and let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. We have a long race ahead of us. It's called the presidential race for the United States of America. It's going to be a long and grueling next 12 months, and I hope you'll be with me, whether you're a Democrat or Republican. I hope you decide to choose to talk about the issues. I hope you decide to talk with civil discourse and with peace on your mind. I hope you participate. And yes, I've been known to speak very much to the red pill, the red team. And even if you're from the blue team, I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to have some discourse that adds value to this amazing debate that we're about to enter, that we've already entered, really. And unfortunately, the debate has become already very, sorry for that, all that background noise. It's hot in Mississippi. But the debate has already been so rancorous. And that's unfortunate, but that is the way of our culture right now in the United States of America. I wrote a book about it. It's being edited right now by a publisher, and I hope to have that book out in a few months. But until then, I like to discuss a few things that are in the book that I have in mind that I'd like to share with you. And yes, I'm mostly bald, you probably noticed. So what? Let's see. I have been around the park a few times, and I've seen a few presidential races and debates. And what I see right now is, I wish it was more about the issues, but it's not, and it won't be. So get ready, get used to it. Some of the reasons I think we're having such pushback from the left, from the blue team, is that women's rights have been an issue for a long, long time. And in general, those in the minority have been an issue for a long, long time. And they finally got a president in Barack Obama that they felt who was fighting for them. I don't personally believe that his policies really did anything better for either community. I love to debate that too. I'm going to read up on it myself. I'm just a citizen of the United States. I don't have any particular connections other than friends who I know in politics, but they're only local and state level. No one really national. And yet I do care. I am a citizen who cares about what is going on in our country right now. And I hope you do too. I hope that we can actually be citizens who help to set the policies of the United States of America like we should, because this is a country of the people, for the people, and by the people. And if we don't speak up, guess what? It will not be for and by the people. It'll be of a very few powerful and moneyed people. Not me. And maybe not you. If you're listening to this, maybe this is something that you should think about. If you want to have a voice in our government in the future, this is the time to speak up. This is the time to participate. This is the time to create your own vlogs. Be a part of the community of the outspoken, and not in a divisive way, in a way that perhaps unites. But I think really the women's rights that have been fought for so long, and the glass ceiling, I really believe it's been broken. Look at the General Motors CEO. Look at even in aero, not in aerospace, but yeah, I mean, actually, in Elon Musk's second in command, it's a woman. She is an engineer, designer, manager extraordinaire, it seems. Look at what they've been able to do together. Of course, Elon done a wonderful job with his designs, my goodness. But it's been male domination of business and politics for so long. I can understand the pushback from the left. But if you give good, policies, if you make good arguments, then I would vote for a woman. In fact, I voted for Hillary Clinton in the last election. Unfortunately, I don't feel I was fully informed. I feel I was led astray by the media, and I believed, and I will not make that mistake again. I think we should all be more careful about what we believe from this bought and paid for media that we have in our hands right now. We should talk amongst ourselves, help make some consensus amongst the people, the citizens of the United States, to help form a more perfect union. Because right now all we have is division. But, I mean, we have a new generation coming up, millennials, that don't maybe understand what's happened in the past, don't understand the red versus blue, the left versus right. The whole woke scenario was not always the case. It was not always the way people treated each other. I think people are replacing the control of the parents and the family with control of the government and through socialism. And I think that's a mistake, because we should be free to have free will. We should be free to do what we have been given in the Constitution: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. God bless Mark Levin for all he's done and spoken about. God bless, Hannity, and all the amazing pundits that I listen to both sides, believe it or not. And I'm sorry, I don't believe what I'm hearing from the mainstream media. I don't believe what I'm hearing from the Democrats. We need to be more careful about what we believe. And I mean, we should also think about what minorities and women have been fighting against. In some cases, religion has been forced women to be subservient to men, and I don't think that's right. I believe in equal justice for all, and I really do. I've written a full chapter just about racism and slavery in the past in the United States, and how I see that there is racism, but it's not prevalent at all as it used to be. But there is, and I've seen it, I've heard about it. There are those who discriminate, but luckily for us, I believe that the courts are mostly stripped of that now, and I'll be happy to debate that, though. I have kids, and I have a family, and I treat my wife as a partner. I listen to her, and she listens to me, and we make decisions together. There's no intimidation or overbearance. I mean, we do fight just like anyone else. We're not perfect. No one's perfect. And how do we expect Donald Trump to be perfect? I mean, come on. Honesty requires a couple to work out their differences. Love demands closeness and intimacy. What we are lacking in our world today is true love of each other, true care. We really need to get back to talking to each other, and I mean, this, I think, is our chance. Sometimes I feel like this is the last chance we have to really voice our opinions and make ourselves known as a free republic of citizens that wants to not only care for our own country, but yes, even the rest of the world. And globalism, nationalism, whatever, we just need to take care of our own business, pay our own bills, stop going in debt, You think about term limits. Term limits. Yes, I can speak. But it's time we start talking, and listening to, especially listening to each other. And I'm going to start listening to see if anyone has any responses to this. I want to listen to the vlogs all over the place and see if I've heard any responses, and I'll be happy to vlog back and forth. Happy to have somebody online. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this year of politics, and I hope that we can build on a more perfect union instead of dividing it. Peace.